Good morning, everybody. Sean here from the Trusted Business Community Association, and today I'm joined by the lovely Niki Strachan, who is one of our premier partners under VA Central, a VA business that is basically looking to create the opportunity to keep you guys in business at the sharp end. Niki is somebody who is based in the beautiful city of in South Africa of Cape Town, with that beautiful backdrop of Table Mountain, a lovely part of the world down on the Western Cape. However, VA Central is a business that is not just located in South Africa. Their business is actually registered and based here in the UK, and they are looking to reach out to help as many businesses and business owners as they possibly can. Some of their niche areas of expertise are in the estate agency industry, and Niki is one person who's not just learned to be a VA, but she also comes from that estate agency background. She works with many other organisations and different business genres as well, but I'm not going to steal her thunder today. I'm going to let her explain all of that. Niki, lovely to have you with us.
Thank you so much for having me on, Sean, and for the kind introduction.
It's a privilege and a pleasure to have you with us, not just as on this meeting here today and on this interview that is going out across on YouTube and across social media, but it's also a privilege to have such an awesome organisation like VA Central with us as a premier partner of the association.
Thank you.
Now, Niki, I'm sure there are people going to be going, oh, right, so VA Central, who's this Niki Strachan? Now, we know you, and there's a lot of people in your circle on social medias that know you very well. Can I just ask you, the first question I'd like to ask you is a little bit of the journey so far, where you were, what you've been doing, how did you end up working with VA Central? Can you tell us a little bit more about you and the journey that you've been on?
Absolutely, Sean. Thanks for asking. I actually found a passion for the property industry. Could have been like 7 years ago, 7 or 8 years ago. And I just always knew I want to do something in property. I just knew. And then, I kind of went through a situation where I had like burnout with my previous role. I was actually running my own business. Was an events management business, but unfortunately, we had to close the business. And I was just burnt out. I worked temporarily with my husband, but after that, I just started feeling again, I want to find my own voice. I want to do something that I'm passionate about. And that's where I decided to become an estate agent. And I think it was the Wednesday I had a conversation with my husband. I told him I want to do something. I want to find something else. The Thursday, I went to not like a seminar, but a very small kind of invitation to people looking to become estate agents. That Friday, I had a coffee with one of the estate agents that were there. The next Monday, I started in my new role. So it just went like that. And I always say, when something's meant to be, it just falls into place. If you have to force it, it's probably not meant to be. So I started working as an estate agent, of course, as an intern estate agent, and just started learning. And what a amazing learning journey it was for me. I had amazing mentors at the company that I joined, and they just taught me everything. They were actually the two most successful people at our estate agency. So I got an amazing mentorship. But of course, COVID hit. And then after 2020, I sold all of my properties. I had no problems. It would just kind of went off the market very quickly because, of course, the interest rates in South Africa just dropped. So everyone was looking to buy property. And then I just went dead, went quiet, markets. Till today, the market is still struggling after COVID in South Africa. And it just started getting difficult for me. And so I was 3 years into working as an agent, and I decided, you know what? I've got my property knowledge. Let me try something different, because my friend at the time, probably for 6 months, she kept bugging me. Just try being a virtual assistant. Just try it, send in your CV, see what they say. She kept telling me it's so amazing. but the term virtual assistant was very new to me, very strange, and I mean, I didn't have a lot of trust in it, to be honest with you. And eventually I nudged, and I sent in my CV, had a wonderful call with Bronwyn, and she told me, well, she's going to put me through. I'm going to have my interview with the client. And I had my interview with the client, which was actually Mortgage Advice Bureau. And I was handling all of their lead generation. So I hopped on the interview with them. And in the interview, they said to me, great, I'm happy, I'm hired, you know. So I started working for Mortgage Advice Bureau as a virtual assistant. And this I did for almost 2 years. They had to let me go because of some circumstances, but we definitely parted on very, very good terms. And I really did love my work as a virtual assistant. And I remember having a conversation with Bronwyn and also Kirsten, who does our recruitment. And they just reassured me, like, you know, we're going to find something for you. We know that your client was happy with you, and it was, you know, sometimes things just happen, but we're going to find something else for you. And I had a call with the owner of VA Central, who's Sanjay Gandhi. And we just had such a great conversation again as well. And he was kind of asking me, but like, what do you like? What do you want to do? You know? And after the conversation we had, he said to me, you know, he's going to get back to me. And when I heard back, they had created a position for me at VA Central. So that's where I started working directly with the core team at VA Central. And so currently in my role as a client success manager, I work with I basically handle all the sales, but it's so much more than that. You know, along with my role is marketing, it's business development, it's building relationships, it's client support, because we've got a very holistic approach to, you know, working with our clients, as in doing the discovery call, all the way to the point of supporting them on a monthly basis, you know, checking in with them, helping them with their VAs, helping them manage their VAs. So that's basically my journey. When I started working in this current role at VA Central, I also realized I actually discovered what my true passion is. And it's always been business. It's always been business. And I could never put my finger on it. But because at VA Central, the core team, we've got a very kind of, it's very unilateral. So, you know, we make decisions together, we discuss everything with each other, we bounce ideas off of each other, you know, we give each other kind of direct feedback, and it's just this wonderful kind of team that collaborates and works together. And this is where I realized, like, I love business, and this is what I get to do on a daily basis. I get to work with business owners. I get to help them improve their business. And I've actually also started doing an MBA. And this is to just further improve the advice I'm able to offer business owners, because I'm so passionate about the role that I do have. And that's basically my journey in a nutshell.
Excellent, and it's what a journey. We do share a similar background. As you probably may recall, I was also in the estate agency industry, and I was in it for 16 years. Had my own business, as well as obviously worked for others as well. And it's a phenomenal industry, and the pace of the industry is just fantastic. And I always used to say to people always used to say to me, "You've been in it for a long time. You must have sold loads of houses." I said, "I didn't sell any." And they'd go to me, "What? How did you last 16 years in the industry?" I said, "Because I never sold anything. I just buyer matched." I said, "I listened to the client's needs and their requirements and found them the ideal solution to what they were looking for. Didn't have to sell anything." I said, "All I just needed to know was what stock was available, and match that client's requirements or that purchaser's requirements to our client's properties." And I said the rest of it was rather easy. But it was the fee, obviously chasing the sales chasing aspect of it, and obviously getting it through from sold subject to contract through to completion is where the real work really does start coming in. And obviously, I suppose VA Central can give that estate agent out there that kind of support as well, where you're doing the sales monitoring and making sure it's all going through the legal channels to get it through to the other side into completion. Now, you don't just work with estate agents, do you, at VA Central? You do spread your wings a little bit further afield. Can you tell us about the other businesses that you've worked with, and maybe some, if you've got any, I'm sure you have, but if you've got some sort of like success stories that you've had in other areas of support for business owners?
Absolutely. I mean, just touching on the specific tasks or responsibilities or roles that we fill for estate agents, it's your sales, lettings, admin, negotiation, progression, and property management. That's about our property roles. But we've got so many other roles, Sean. We've got PAs. I mean, they can work with any business. We've got executive assistants. We've got digital marketing VAs. Our digital marketing VAs do extremely well. This is a estate agent client, but Belvoir, Belfast, with the VA that we provided them, they got the best performing socials of the year out of all the Belvoirs.
Wow.
So I feel like that's a good achievement, because there's a lot of Belvoirs out there.
There is a lot of Belfars out there. There really is.
There is. So, that's just one success story. We also do other roles. We can do basically any task in your business that's either administrative or technical, and that doesn't need physical presence. So, someone to shake someone's hand. But I mean, look at this meeting we're having right now. It's all over the internet. We're able to call. The fantastic thing about a South African VA is that they work real time for your business. But again, just in terms of success stories, we've got a client. He has a contracting business. So, we very much kind of always is in the property industry, but not just estate agents. So this client, he's in the contracting business. He took quite a while to join on with us. But eventually he did, and now he's finally able to start taking holidays, because I mean, many business owners can relate, not just estate agents. If you're running your own business, it happens too often that we do not prioritize our own rest. You've got this because that your business needs to keep running, it has to succeed. And if you don't keep the wheels turning all the time, then you feel guilty. And this is what we help our business owners do. And we were able to help this client. So his wife is actually battling cancer, and she's now in remission, but he was never able to spend time with her. And because of the fact that he took on a VA, they're going on holidays. They've got other holidays planned. I think they've taken 2 big holidays since his VA has started with him. And, that's just, again, one other success story. And then, I mean, I feel like in most of the businesses, or all of the businesses, sometimes we have clients that take on VAs to handle your mundane tasks, stuff that's more repetitive. But then you have our clients that really utilize the skill and experience that our VAs have, and they see significant business growth. They're able to take on more properties. They're able to take on more clients, more business, and they're able to, on top of that, also allow themselves some rest. So that's just some of the results that we've seen.
Something I harp on about quite a bit, as you know, because you've been on some of our meetings, especially on a Friday. The ultimate question is, what are you doing at the weekend? Which is one of the questions that's always asked of everybody in the room. You see me shaking my head going, no, when they sit there going, I'm working all the way through the weekend. Take some time out.
You have to.
And the thing is, if they were only to open up to the idea of
Mm-hmm.
saying, hey, I could do with some help here, so I can take that valuable time out. Your services at VA Central give them that opportunity to take that well-earned rest and break away from the grind of work. And it's really, really important to have that flexibility to be able to go, okay, yeah, I know I'm leaving my business in great hands here. And that comes with, obviously, over time, with reputation. And of course, you being a premier partner with the accredited service standard really is something that we're able for you, from us, our point to you, we're able to highlight to potential clients of yours when they're talking to us, because you've gone through that onboarding process. You've proven that you've got a service standard that you want to work towards, and you're working constantly to improve and improve again. And that is what the end user needs for the confidence in the services that all of our members across the association offer. And it's a vital part of it. I mentioned about, at the beginning, I said something about staying at the sharp end of your business. What I probably really meant was staying at the enjoyable end of your business, the things that you want to do. The sharp end is not always possible, because if you're right at the front, often you can't see what's going on behind you. But at least if it allows you to step back and steer the ship, so that you've got qualified, quality people around you. Let's face it, Richard Branson did not do it all by himself, did he? He needed good people around him to become...
He learned to delegate.
And it's about letting go of the baby that you've created, allowing others to take hold of that baby and say, look, we're going to look after it for you. You go and do this. You go and do that part that you enjoy in your business. We'll look after this bit that you might find a bit mundane. It could be that just the extra support for taking a holiday, anything like that. This is where you guys come into your own and give the support that's required to small to medium-sized enterprises out there, either whether they're working in an office or whether they're working from home. And I'm sure that there's many sole business directors as well out there that could really do with a little bit more hands-on support. And with that, obviously, VA Central is a great answer to that problem.
Yes.
Now, the thing is, no, you're welcome. The thing is, all those people that we're talking to here on YouTube and across social medias where this is going to be shared are going to want to know, where are you? Where are you based? Where can they get hold of you? How do they find Niki Strachan of VA Central? So, Niki, could you tell us, and those people listening in, could you tell them where it is that you hang out? Where's your hangouts, where they can find you, where they can get in touch with you?
Absolutely. I mean, if you want to see updates from me Monday to Friday, you can just connect with me on LinkedIn. I love connecting with new people and building relationships. I mean, a quick, messenger DM, I'm always open to those and having a quick conversation and catching up again in a month's time. But LinkedIn, if you want to see my personal take on what we do and my insights. And then, of course, VA Central has Facebook. We've got Instagram. We've got, of course, our websites. We've got YouTube. So on our YouTube, we have started posting our podcast. So that's also you can find on YouTube. Just all of this you can find under VA Central. So that's, of course, all our social media side of things. And then we're also on the directory for the Trusted Business Community Association.
Excellent. Thank you very much. And so obviously, one of the other ways you can get hold of Niki and obviously the core team, who we will be interviewing a little bit later on down the line, but we've got Niki first up front first with us. But if you want to get hold of Niki or want to obviously reach out to VA Central, you can always do it through myself as well. Because you can find me on the Trusted Business Community Association on LinkedIn and all the other places where Niki can be found. And if you want to email me, my email is in the little box below, Sean@trustedbusinesscommunity.com. Email me and I'll introduce you to VA Central should you need their services or just want to find out a little bit more whether or not that's something that they could work with you on to support your organisation. Niki Strachan, it has been an absolute pleasure. But before I go, I must just tell those that listen in, if you want to hear more from Niki and the core team in the future, as well as all the other interviews that we've held here on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe below. Niki Strachan, it's been an absolute privilege to not only have you here today, but to also welcome you most recently to the association. You are the epitome of success for businesses across your industry sector and those that you help. And your accredited badge of trust has been pinned to you because you deserve to have that opportunity of the accredited service. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you, Sean.